at 7:03, and minutes of last meeting. Do we have any edits, adjustments, additions, deletions? Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Any abstentions? Okay, so moved. We have a guest this evening. Okay. Did you want to just state your name and address?
Yeah.
Welcome in. And we will have a very abbreviated meeting tonight, and then we'll have to go into executive session. So you're certainly welcome to the meeting part, but then if we go into executive session, we will have to have a closed door meeting after that. Okay. Any communications? Any committee reports? Any permits?
One quick one.
Yeah. 3
permits were submitted last Thursday afternoon, and after speaking with Steve Harrington and keeping Jim Santos in the loop, we decided not to do site visits for this evening, understanding the meeting. And it was better for these 3 permits to coordinate it with wetlands, who's meeting tomorrow night, and we'll do a joint site visit and revisit those permits next month.
Okay.
They're all in Webster Lane. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Dam emergency plan, anything? Water quality? Anything? Fishing? Access, safety and regulations? Nothing? Water?
Just this what I got you on the regulations, but that's more for the next executive session.
Yep. Watershed management plan, stormwater culverts. I think we'll hold that there's a lot of things missing from open business.
There is?
Yeah.
What do we have?
Well, I don't know, because I have to go back to the last meeting minutes.
The gate repair, that's what we talked about.
Yep.
Updating the message board. Yeah, the executive link, which Bob Miller and Mark are working on.
Right, but that's still in business.
Henry's communication, we decided not to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that wasn't going to go into open business.
No.
Okay, the geese, we took care of that.
Well,
you
yes
know what
and
I'm
no.
saying,
Yeah.
we took care of it.
Yeah.
So that still wasn't into open business. And then the Woodland Terrace one, Minicucci and Esposito.
That's not resolved.
That's not resolved.
No.
And then the Sun Tracker houseboat, that's over there.
Yeah, so those should stay in open
You
business.
want those in open business?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was resolved, yeah.
It's been accepted by the Marine Patrol.
No, I meant the Minicucci.
No, the Sun Tracker.
Sun Tracker.
Houseboat.
Houseboat, okay.
Take that off?
So the houseboat comes off and the Minicucci stays on.
That's the only one.
Yeah. Oh, is it just that one then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob and Mark and Minicucci.
Okay.
So we were talking about rafts and floaties for a time, and that seems to just kind of go away. We keep that on open business as well.
I'm trying to have that on open business.
Okay.
Rafts?
We're not enforcing those.
Well, yeah, because there's quite a few that are up and not permitted, so I think stay on open.
You want that, okay.
Yeah. All right.
I have a question also on open business. We were, and it may have come out and I may have missed it because I've been away, but we were gonna be having a plant survey and a fish survey or something in August. Did we have that? Do we have any?
Plant survey happened approximately a week ago at the end of August, and we have no results yet. The plant happened. I have not heard on the specific date for electrofishing. The last email I sent, which was about 3 weeks ago, they said once they had the date, they let us know.
That way. Yeah,
Did you let Steve in?
I did.
Okay. All right, well, he's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Steve, are you here?
I am.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay, and the trifold, I guess, ordinance, that should just be on hold, pending the ordinance discussion, so. Okay, are there any other items for the regular meeting?
I do have something. It's probably meaningless, but I got an email saying, tell me from Mary that we had to cancel the meeting.
I know, that came to me too tonight.
From me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came to me too, meeting canceled 9/6.
That one asked for our attendance, and then I see,
Yeah,
look at the next one.
Let me look and see if I got one.
well, we're here, so.
We're here, I know, so
I
I don't know if it was only me.
No, I got it
Anyone
too.
else got that?
No idea about that.
Message, it says.
It's not from you though, because it's from an iPhone, see?
Yeah, but I haven't.
I got one from Phyllis saying, have you received any notification that the meeting is canceled?
Right, because I got that one then.
But I didn't get one to the mayor.
So I just,
I have
wanted
no
to,
idea
yeah.
how that happened. None.
No, I'm not, I don't know, I'm sure it's not from you, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm,
You know, that
I'm
would
wondering
happen.
if someone,
You may wanna,
I just wanted to know if anyone else got it.
yeah, what is it when they,
Vacuum?
yeah,
thank you.
Sometimes if you eliminate something in your calendar, it's an invite that you're eliminating and it eliminates it for everybody. I've had that happen by mistake.
I had this double book for.
Right,
Oh,
so you got rid of one calendar entry and it told everybody meetings canceled.
That was solved.
thank you, Albert.
Okay.
Okay,
Lesson learned.
That's what I wanted to know, I didn't know if anyone else got it. or not.
I didn't get it.
So you. Go ahead. I got it. Oh, I'm glad you showed up.
Okay,
I'm getting rid of it.
sounds good, all right.
One other thing.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
So I've been trying to get a grasp on, you know, what's in the, both telephones and what that looks like, and I did get a report from Anika. They couldn't download any information from that because they're all pictures.
Right.
As far as registration, so she did a spreadsheet, which, you know, that took her, I think, a while to do. But I then tried to verify a lot of that on the phones. It was difficult, but I was able to do that. There's more, I just have more to do with that. And I was wondering, I asked her if they could download the Marine Patrol Live. And she said she could do that with your, because we've asked for that.
But how would she do it?
I asked her if she could do it. She said yes. She said she could hook up the phone to a computer and download it to a computer and then print it.
They must be doing their electronic log, not a.
They are doing
Oh,
it in the phone, they do
Yeah, so you-
text message.
So she could do that with your permission. So if you want to let that happen, then you have to
Alright, I'll
do
do
that for me.
And
Mike?
is there something specific you're looking for, Mike?
Well, I want to see what kind of format,
What kind of information they're
what
logging?
kind of information, and what it looks like when they do download it, if they can download it. I'm not sure that they can, so.
All right. I will look into that.
It does bring up a question for the future, is that typically every month Marine Patrol used to report, provide a report to LMAX so that we could be updated and understand what was happening. I happened to have a conversation at my dock with the manager of the Marine Patrol, Ryan, and they're facing some real adversity when they stop people. And I think we need to address that specifically, but we probably should be looking at a report to understand how often does that happen and what other things, warnings, violations, et cetera, are happening.
Yeah, I had kind of the same conversation with them, and yeah, there's definitely an attitude issue and a very dismissive culture out there.
Is that one of the reasons they have two people on duty and we?
Probably.
Well,
Well, one's
and
for the
one's-
gate, but when the gate's not open, they do have two, which is advantageous.
Right, sometimes, not all.
Yeah.
I understand It's gonna
And
be-
frankly, it's advantageous right now,
Yeah,
based
it
on
is, and they
the
should.
feedback that is, I heard, Mike, I don't know if you would
It's
agree.
probably due to
If it's advantageous to have two in a vote when you're stopping people who are
At 100%.
literally belligerent.
Yeah, yeah.
the belligerence is probably due to the laissez-faire attitude we've had for the past couple of years, you know.
Yeah, so.
But agree that the two people, you know, A has a stronger presence and B gives corroborating, you know, feedback that there's at least two people on the voting and can say, yes, this happened. You know,
It's very important.
yeah, maybe we could just put that as a new business item for next meeting to, A, if we could get a report from Lake Patrol.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but,
Next year.
well, yeah, but still, I mean, are they doing, I didn't see any monthly report.
I didn't get one, so I need
Okay.
to follow up a while.
So we should get that
Of activity,
of activity.
kind of activity they're doing.
Absolutely.
Votes inspected, number certified.
Also, we used to talk about any particular issues that seem to be repetitive.
Right.
Well,
So
I
that,
think that was
because then maybe something happens in the ordinances or something happens, whatever, so if there's continuing problems, we should maybe know about this.
And there are a few new ones on the lake this weekend,
Yeah.
buzzing around or trying to be.
So.
Maybe we could invite him to the next meeting to give his report.
I mean, we could, I'd like to just see the report first and then understand what the issue is and then see what. Let's start there and see what, I don't know, do you think they would wanna come to the next meeting and talk about the issue?
If we do, we have to pay the town that pay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
They're on duty anyways. Pardon? They're on duty tonight.
We may discuss some of this in the executive session. That's where it goes in there.
Yeah, I can look into it.
All right, let's see if that's a possibility. But I think, you know, some data behind it.
Yeah, how many different people are there?
Right. And how many, you know,
Well, Jason, Brian, all of that.
yeah, yeah, right, that's it.
How many different people are in here?
No, okay,
Widespread. If one guy was springing it out. When ring.
okay. Anything else for regular meeting? Okay,
I have a couple things. My first question is, why do we have to go to executive session? What is the precedent for doing this? I mean, these are discussions that should be in our regular meetings. I'm not sure why.
Well, we're talking about regulatory matters and legislative matters.
Exactly.
With respect to ordinances, and there'll be an opportunity once we have these discussions for public input, public presentation, public hearing and so forth, but the opportunity to have candid discussions going down avenues may not be further pursued is important. And so having them in executive session is appropriate, so they can be candidly discussed by all members, and so that the public does not take action anticipatorily with respect to something that said that may go somewhere or may not go somewhere in the future in terms of our deliberations.
I don't think that's.
The public will have the chance to do it at the board selecting.
You're free to
Yeah,
vote against going into
I don't think I think
executive
everything we
session.
do here, I don't remember going into executive session for anything really.
no, we have.
Yeah.
We have. But
I don't think we need to hide what we're doing from anybody.
this is not about hiding, this is about just openly discussing what the issue at hand is and trying to formulate a unified direction so that it's not being swayed or being taken out of context by the public.
I don't think.
You're so noted, and we understand your objection, and, when we go into.
This is just the first stage of a process.
Right,
And in
Yeah.
the first stage, we're saying draft revision. This has to be reviewed by the town attorney. It has to be reviewed by the board of selectmen. It has to be reviewed by the public.
So we
Just
expect this to go to a town meeting.
It's the Board of Selectmen's choice.
That's the board of selectmen's.
They can either vote on it outright, or they can have a town meeting and then vote on it. Their choice.
In the past, they did do a town meeting.
We did 2 town meetings about this.
And if they don't do a town meeting, they have to do a public hearing. Before Board of Selectmen. So any decision by Board of Selectmen not going to town meeting has to have a public hearing. Or they could do both, they could do Board of Selectmen public hearing and town meeting.
Right.
It's their choice.
so there'll be plenty of
That'll be
opportunity.
part of it.
So at what point would the public be notified about these things? Just
Well, I'll go
have
through.
notification of the town meeting? Or will there be discussion beforehand? What's gonna happen?
When the board of.
That's why we're here as a board, to do those things.
When the board of selectmen determine, or when we determine that we want to have input from the public before we go to the board of selectmen.
Because as far as I'm concerned, we represent the people of the town.
So do the Board of Selectmen. Board of Selectmen are elected by the town.
Oh,
appointed.
that's what I had to say about that. I don't.
That's fine, we can move on and respect your objection. Okay, so anything else before going to executive session? Executive session,
It needs to have a motion, a second, and a vote.
yeah.
I make a motion to go.
But I wanna know before, is there anything else before we do that? Okay, so can we get a motion?
Make a motion to go into executive session to
Okay.
discuss the lake ordinances.
Okay, and do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any objections?
Objection.
An objection? Any abstentions? Okay, so moved. Thank you.
And state what time,
Thank you.
state what time you're going.
We're going into executive session at 7.
And then kill the recording.
Yeah. Steve, can you hear us okay? So adjourn or no? Okay, we're out of executive session. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion, second. All in favor? Any opposed?
No.